Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. From the 6. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And we get a glance at their leader in the huddle, the veteran, in his 9th season now in the league. Throwing on first down. Carter. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. The numbers for Brown from a week ago. 8 catches, 94 yards, and a score.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. No gain on the play that time. He'll look to convert on what will be a 4th forward. If you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle run by the D-line.
Yeah, oftentimes it's run by quickness. The ball, who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. On first down, McMillan. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now. For
touchdown! A.J. Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. Well, here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The numbers for him from a week ago, 16 carries, 81 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game
puts it on the carpet, it's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Following the fumble recovery, Carter. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up
3rd and 2. Up the middle they go. McMillan, and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And Charles, he's a rookie. He's put it on the ground once, maybe defensively. Now they're saying, okay, we can get this young buck to cough it up 2-3 times. He's got to be careful here.
Yeah, they do tend to zero in on the young runners because once one comes out, as you noted, you think there's an opportunity for more. This is where you have to get with that guy and say, all right, they're going to come out.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Carter. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So now it goes a 4-yard loss of the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Carter. And that is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter. But that time, they were up to the challenge.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Houston set to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Oliver. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards that time.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, Oliver. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Steelers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Now Carter looking to throw on second down. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Carter out route, and it's complete to Brown. And he will have a Steelers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Carter to throw on 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Bowman. So the completion results in 9 yards. And 3rd down and 6 to go. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Operating from the gun. Carter. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And the Texans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the really bruised here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot. Capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. The Texans are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats them of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its
runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Oliver. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Steelers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On 2nd down now, McMillan, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bowman. The 30. 10, 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 71 yards. And the Steelers take a 3-touchdown lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it is now 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And now out comes Houston.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's go now.
Off play action. Oliver. He'll buy some time right. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. That one goes for 24 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected, especially the first right there.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Much needed boost defensively there. I mean, that really one of the first things that's gone right for them in this first half.
No question about it, partner. We've seen this before. You've got an offense that doesn't have any points yet. Go out and make a play on D. Then you head back to the sideline saying, we got you the football back. Now let's see what you can do with it.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st down, Oliver. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second and 5. Operating from the gun, Carter. This will be caught by Brown.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 1 yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now a handoff running through the middle. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good football. First and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. That's a nice shot to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Second and goal from inside the 5. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Wide receiver A.J. Brown, you see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Because otherwise, he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now a handoff up the middle. McMillan. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Looking to throw. Carter. Quick slant to Brown. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Operating from the gun. Carter looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
It's complete to Brown, right side. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Carter. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there.
in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive in total 8 plays. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10 and up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And my goodness, another interception. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. But no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Now he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. We know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
One thing you're looking for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 3 yards out. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. The extra point up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. They'll take possession already in the red zone in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
How many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And they're getting inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's a give up the middle. 80 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Oliver toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Ready?
They'll try and run for it. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Wide receiver A.J. Brown. You see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here. He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And some room to work. Finding space at the 40. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Operating from the gun. Carter, sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper. It's going to bring up the 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Back to throw is Carter from the gun on third down. He finds his man complete. That's Brown. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll run on first down. McMillan, and yet again. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 73 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
On second down, McMillan, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, he would go to the air.
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say...
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
And here comes the Texans now.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. Looking to throw on second down. Oliver forced out to his left. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That one covers 29 yards. First down. You cannot write these guys off just yet. Not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Off the play fake. Oliver sliding out of the pocket. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
On third down, Oliver.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be fourth down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And quick throw here that's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the 4th down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the score, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 30. More yards that go around a first down as well.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well, they have been on this struggle. It's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to mash the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. Carter now looking to throw on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bowman. And he will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. They'll try the left side. McMillan. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3. It's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Carter under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Texans are going the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, and down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Ready?
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Oliver. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. And a good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
To throw on 2nd down. Oliver buying time to his left. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Looking to throw. Oliver dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Off play action. Oliver. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll keep it on the ground. McMillan, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, McMillan, and he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Just a yard on the run there, that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This one taken just inside the 10, and out a little across the 25 to the 27. So now the Texans down on the scoreboard, and time a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Come back, team! Come back, team!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Oh, what a move. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave